Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Myself Ganesh. Today we are talking about the concept that is the shape. So shape is basically used for this automation tool. So whatever our manual tasks we are doing in the organization to deploy any particular packages or any particular tool to any particular on multiple client servers. So at that time you are using some automation tool. Okay. So under this automation tool, so this is the basic introduction about some configuration management tool. So there are two types of management tool like push based and one is the pull based, right? So there is the one concept that is the infrastructure as a code. Okay, so this infrastructure as a code is nothing but your configuration management tool. So where we are using this two concept, that is push based and one is the pull based. So under this push bell, what exactly server is doing? If suppose you have configured your Ansible or your Salt Stack, so these are the softwares are used under this push base. So that push base, that means your Ansible server. If suppose you consider this is the server and it is installed, and where it is installed this Ansible software, right? So that Ansible software will push whatever the updates are available to the, and whatever the configuration using this YAML file you have configured under this Ansible, so whatever the configuration you can directly push to the client machine. So if suppose there is some Python version 2.2 version is available, so that version is directly update to your client machine, so it will directly push to that particular client machine, right? So this is the concept around this push based management, right? Second concept, that is the pool based management. So in pool based management, actually what server is exactly doing, right? So there are basically two software we are using, that is Shape and Puppet. Okay, so these are the tool we are using. So this, if suppose consider this is my Shape server, and this Shape server have connected to client machines, right? And if you want to publish that particular recipes, or you can say any particular code or any particular software you want to deploy on your client machine, so what exact process it will follow in Shape and Bucket. So Shape is the newest technology we are using for under this pool based management. So basically whatever the code is available on your server, right, means whatever the recipes you have applied on your server, on your Shape server suppose, so that Shape server will, because already it is connected my client machine with my Shape server, so whatever the updates are received from your Shape server, so that client machine will fetch out that particular data. If suppose there is the version that is the 2.2, so it will directly communicate with your Shape server and it will pull out that particular packages, or you can say your code. Okay, so whatever the recipes you have applied on your Shape server, so your client machine will automatically pull out from your main server. So this is the concept about it, push base and one is the pull base. So under this pull base we are using this Shape, and under this demonstration we are using this Shape tool. Okay, so Shape tool is basically used for this pull base methodology, right? So now we are moving forward with the next slide, and there is the introduction how to work this Shape. Okay, so this is the workflow of this Shape. So Shape is nothing but the automation tool. So whatever the manual task we are doing in the organization, so it will reduce it using this automation tool. So this automation tool we are using under this demonstration as the Shape tool. So before doing this demonstration, we are just go through with this workflow how this Shape is working. So basically there are three concepts, that is the workstation, Shape server, and third one that is your client machine, right? That you can say as node 1 or node 2, right? So this is my workstation. So all whatever work you are doing, so that work you can done under your workstation server. So this workstation is nothing but your server. Okay, you can see your high configuration server, whatever the RAM or CPU you are using on your Shape servers, because whatever the master server is available, so that configuration is high. okay, as compared to your client machine, because whatever the configuration we have updated on your main server, that is your workstation, so that server needs to be powerful, right? So basically this is my workstation, this is my server, you can say. So for in a shape technology we are saying that is my workstation, right? So this is my workstation. So under the workstation we are creating one cookbook, okay? So this is my cookbook, you can see that is my cookbook. So under that cookbook we have written some recipes, that means our code, right? So these are my recipes. If suppose you have created multiple recipes like recipe 1, recipe 2, recipe 3, so like that you have created multiple recipes under your cookbook, okay? This is your workstation, total workstation. Under that workstation you have created one cookbook. Under that cookbook you have created some recipes, right? And that recipes we have written it using this Ruby language, okay? So here is the language we are using, that is the Ruby language. And this is my shape server. So whatever the recipes we have written on inside my cookbook, so that cookbook, so this workstation will directly communicate with my shape server. So how it will connect? Using knife tool. So this is the tool we are using to connect your workstation to your shape server. So this is my shape server, right? So whatever the cookbooks are available, so that cookbook you need to transfer on your shape server. So once this cookbook and all the recipes inside that cookbooks are transferred to your shape server, so that means whatever the client servers are connected to your shape server, because my client machines are connected with my node server, because this workstation is connected with my shape server only, okay? So whatever the client machines are available, so it will directly communicate with using this shape client, okay? So this is nothing but your agent, okay? So this shape client is nothing but the agent, it's work like agent. So the communication established in between this shape server and your client machine by using this shape client, right? And also same things we need to connect it using this knife tool. Same tool we are using under your node server. When you have installed this shape, so there is some other softwares we are using to install your client machine. So under this client machines there is one Ohio region, okay? So Ohio region, that means your metadata, whatever the system configuration is available on your system, on your node machine, or you can say your client machine. So whatever the data is available, so that data is nothing but your Ohio region, right? So that Ohio region specify that system configuration, whatever the configuration, whatever the RAM configuration, CPU configuration. So all information, your host name related information, your OS related information, so all this information is reflected under your Ohio region. So this is nothing but your database of your client machine. So under this Ohio, all the data meta, all this metadata is available, right? So how you can connect, okay? So this is the bootstrap method to add your shape server using this client machine. So there are some other concepts. So first we are talking about this shape client. Shape client is nothing but the tool run on every shape node to the pull code from your shape server, okay? Cookbook is nothing but your collection of recipe. Recipe is nothing but where we have written our code, whatever the code we have written inside our cookbook, so that is nothing but your recipe. And that recipe we have written by using this Ruby language, right? Knife is nothing but a tool, okay, to upload your cookbooks on the shape server using this knife tool. And it is a command line tool, right? Bootstrap is nothing but we can connect your shape server with the client machine by using this bootstrap, right? It is nothing but your agent. Also we can say this is my shape client, is also nothing but your agent. But this shape client which is installed on your node machine, actually this shape client is installed on your node machine only, and it is used to connect code from your shape server to node server using this shape client, okay? and OIO is nothing but your database, mini database, you can say, whatever the configuration store of your Linux machine or whatever the OS configuration is installed on your machine. So all the data will face under this OIO. Okay, so this is nothing but your database. So whatever the current configuration of your node machine store under this OIO. Okay, so if you have changes any particular, if any update is received, if suppose in OIO there is because this is the database, and suppose there is the database, under the database, suppose this version that is my, yes, 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 okay, suppose the version that is the Python version 2.2 version is available, right? So first it will check with my shape server using this shape client, and if this shape client gets some updated version on my shape server, right? So first it will check with the OIO region in OIO database. So about your Python version, if suppose it is 2.2 version and updated version that is the 2.4 version, so it will directly communicate with your shape server and it will directly update in your OIO, right? So here it will reflect as 2 Python 2.4 version automatically when this codebook is updated on your shape server, so which is coming from your workstation, right? So using this shape client we can update it your OIO, whatever the database is available. Okay, so there is the another concept that is the idempotency. Okay, idempotency is nothing but when the shape client taking update from your shape server, only updated take and it will be captured which is not available in the OIO region, right? So that means whatever the version is available in your OIO metadata or in your database, so that database means that particular version it will not take from your shape server. Whatever the updated version is available on your shape server, that version only it will take it from your shape server to your OIO region. Okay, OIO database. So this is nothing but your idempotency. So whatever the updates are coming from your shape servers, only that update it will update in under this OIO metadata. So this is the concept about this, and this is the workflow of your shape. So how this shape is work, so we have discussed under this lab, and this is the diagram, and this diagram is very useful to understand the concept about this shape and their workflow. So in next video we will do some demonstration under this shape, how to install this shape workstation, and how to create our shape server, and how to create one, we will create some client machine, and we will do some demonstration using this shape tool. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video.